Because even when the tow truck comes, it's from Allah's permission. If Allah doesn't give a permission, that truck will never reach you. It will break down, he'll decide he doesn't want to come. Means if Allah doesn't give bi-idhnillah, without the permission of Allah, nothing happens, that's already a given. This is a kindergarten level of understanding. But what they want us to understand, look, every aspect of our life is madad, they just don't realize it. If you ask for help, that's madad. If you watched a video on how to cook, that was madad. If you… anything in our life, think of anything in our life where we're seeking a means to an understanding. When those same people said you should rely only on Allah, they don't. They don't connect their heart and come up with a recipe, they don't connect their heart and get help on the freeway. And if they're being robbed in a burglary into their home, they definitely don't connect their heart, say everything, wait, hold on, Allah sending support. So for every aspect of their life it's okay, because according to them then this is a shirk, this is a making partnership with Allah. But tariqahs come with enlightenment and say, what are you talking about, this word that you use, making a partner with Allah. This is a big punishment to say something like that. But in every day of our life we're using a means of which Allah has given to us, that everything comes by Allah, but He gave us a phone, this technology of a phone, to use it. And bi-idhnillah, with the permission of Allah, when you dial, Ya Rabbi send me help, and then I call for police and Allah sends them to come. Ya Rabbi please help me, I need to call a tow truck. You communicate within your heart, and with the permission of Allah everything comes to us. So the tariqahs come to teach people, look, everybody's doing this madad, they just don't know it, and they keep making these horrible expressions of grievous punishments. To make a partnership with Allah, that's like making an idol and saying that this idol will now save me, help me and cure me, and I pray to that idol. That's not anything of what people are doing. But they take the grace and the blessings of Allah and they use them. They make their phone call knowing that Allah to send the support, and that's madad. They want to learn something on the internet, that's madad. They want to learn something about their deen, they watch a video, that's madad. Because you're seeking a means towards Allah's goal, you're seeking a way in which to enlighten yourself, train yourself, teach yourself. So the tariqahs come to remove, this is the month where Allah's teaching that follow the tariqahs because they remove this inner hypocrite. Because nothing could be worse than somebody who uses these words to spiritual teachers but in their everyday life they use it. And judge not for you shall be judged. That Allah holds that servant to account. Didn't you just say that to one of these shaykhs? I'm going to hold that for you and now ask you when I see you next, that you said this but you were doing this, you said this and you were doing that. And that hypocrisy is the sickness that has to die. That hypocrisy will never take us to heaven. And that's why the turuqs, they are the school of excellence and moral excellence. We said many times in our 35 years of experience and dealing with people, the extent of the hypocrisy of these people is unbelievable. If we put in our homes beautiful pictures of shaykhs, why? Because there's hadiths from them. The face of a wali is more powerful than the mountain of Jabal Uhud, the face of a qutb. And even having picture of Jabal Uhud is a shifa and healing for you. So it means that when you look at the face of pious people there's a soul attached. It reminds you of your Lord. inner hypocrite says there's no pictures in Islam. For me. For them, every type of forbidden picture that remind them of every zina, every badness, every horribleness, disallowed through their magazine, through their television, through their newspaper, through the money they have in their pocket of dead presidents. Everything for the hypocrite is okay. Every picture all surrounding them. They even to the extent of being on social media, which is a non-stop bombardment of images and inappropriate images, they're cursing us and say, why are you doing zikr? This is innovation. And the person is on TikTok, which there's not a stream of zikrs coming through TikTok. First you have to ask the guy, what are you doing here? Because you're not using it for Allah, that's very obvious. It's just the hypocrisy of everything. And that's why we saw all of it in our lives, especially tariqah. So anybody exposed to tariqah, they get astonished, why do they say this is wrong? Why is they say this? Well, because this is a path towards the light. And the biggest barrier to the light is the hypocrite. And how would you know a hypocrite unless Allah sends the outside hypocrite? Where you're like asking, what is this guy saying? Then why is this a shirk and making a partner with Allah? Because I'm asking for help. But when he picks up his phone, that's not a shirk. When he asks for help from 500 different people, that's not a shirk. When we want to celebrate the birth of Prophet they say this is innovation. Then they send you a notice on social media, it's my son's birthday. And this is the sickness. This is why Allah especially to tariqah people, because tariqah people if they're not strong they hear the words of hypocrites and begin to have doubt. That's what's the biggest danger, right? The Jewish person come to you and says, your religion's awful. You say, okay, alhamdulillah, this is my religion, your religion to yourself. Christian person say same thing, it's not a problem. Because they have their own faith, that's why they follow their faith. We have our own faith, we follow our own faith. But the one whom says he's from your faith and says everything from hypocrisy creates a doubt amongst people, and that's the danger. That weak people or new people come and say that, what is he talking about? Why would being ruqya and having Allah's name on my neck, why would that be something wrong? There's not anything wrong. They wear a cross to work and they're trying to tell you not to put Allah's name on your ruqya and your taweez. And that same individual probably puts a suit and tie which his tie is a cross. If you look at the evolution of a tie, they wrap around the neck and a string coming down. They're wearing a, what do you call them, nasara? You're wearing a cross on your neck and you're talking about wearing Allah's name is an innovation. In every aspect of our life, from what they eat, how they pray, what they say, what they do, how they interact with Allah is about hypocrisy. And the tariqahs comes to tell us and to teach us hypocrisy must be destroyed, and that Allah's way is to destroy hypocrisy. That, Ya Rabbi, all these things around me, grant me from the blessings of these pictures. Let my eyes always to see the faces in which you're happy with, and by looking at their faces it reminds me of the love and the way of Sayyidina Muhammad. And this becomes our battle to exist in this dunya. That's why everything from the tariqah is to bring down that disease, to bring down that sickness. And that's why the tariqah people see it the most. They come across every aspect of this way. These are the people, if they see a tasbih in your hand they say, this is innovation. Then how can remembering Allah be innovative? As if something wrong. But the phone in your hand from shaitan is not innovative. Then we wear a ring, and the craziest one is you wear a ring and the person said this was a shirk. How shirk? What does it have to do with the worshipness of Allah? You kiss the black stone. I'm just wearing a ring on my hand, but how you come up with these words? And again, it's just the secrets of hypocrisy, just not knowing anything but saying everything. And there's a deep reality behind everything, an immense reality behind all of these practices.